You'll cry. You're gonna cry. You always cry. See? You're crying.
I hate you, Dad.
Save it for later.
Right. We've got a job to do, don't we?
Good. That's right. You are my son, after all.
You know, for the first time I'm glad to have you as my father.
Subject. I should...
No! Yuna! There's no time!
You stay away!
Yuna, you know what to do. The Aeons!
We Aeons.
Call them!
Call us! Yes. Here it comes!
Well, I'm just glad that Tidus got to end things on good terms with his father.
Yuna!
Okay, so here it begins, another one of my favourite boss battle themes. I actually used this for my Nose Figure Dark Anima boss battle. So we're fighting on top of the massive sword that Jack was using. I think that's pretty awesome. So the final thing that we have to do, now that we've gotten rid of Braska's final Aeon, obviously you, Yevon, will want to merge with one of our Aeons to create the next Sin. So I think the last thing that remains for us to do is to unfortunately use all of our Aeons and effectively defeat them, because if we manage to defeat all of our Aeons, then there will be no Aeons left for you, Yevon, to join with, and you will be left completely vulnerable and unable to create a new Sin. So that's why the Faith wanted us to call them. So let's do that. So this is like a bit of a weird and kind of difficult thing to do, because these guys have been our allies for the whole game, but now we have to unfortunately take them down. But like I said, it was nice to see Tidus kind of finally get to share a moment like that with his father. So, however much he hates him, there's still some love there. So this funky looking Valifor, this is actually what the Dark Aeons look like. So if you've never played the version of the game that has Dark Aeons, this is like the skin that's used by the Dark Aeons. And I do have to say they look pretty cool. Now the disappointing thing here is that from here onwards there are no real kind of boss battles going on here. And the reason for that is, if you notice, we all have a little halo above our heads, and that's a status that you've probably never seen before if you haven't played the game. And that's a status called Auto Life. and that is literally exactly what it means. If you die, you'll automatically be revived, and that status does not go away. So in the game, if one of your characters can use auto life, then it's a one-time trick. So your character will be brought back, but the halo will disappear. In the following boss battles against your own Aeons, these do not disappear. So it is impossible to die in this boss battle unless you petrify all 3 of your characters. So I don't know how you managed to do that unless you're trying to do it on purpose, but that is the only way you can fail at this stage. And these Aeons have exactly the same stats as your current Aeons, so they're not kind of beefed up in any way. But you do have to remember Aeons like Valifor do have strong evasion stats, so they might be difficult to hit. But in terms of HP, they absolutely suck, so you're not going to have too much of a problem. I mean, this is more for the story, this whole, you know, this formality of getting rid of them. You see, look at the help text. It's just, it's weird. There we go. It would have been nice if they were maybe, after they got possessed by you, Yevon, if they had, like, you know, completely new stats and they turned into, you know, proper boss battles where you could actually die. I think that'd be pretty interesting. But I guess the whole point of the story is that they want to die, so, you know, they'd probably make it so that you have to kill them. Because if your own Aeons end up defeating you, then it's a bit... So I always thought Yevon was going to be like, you know, a guy that we're going to take on, but it seems to just be this random ball of energy. Okay, so this is Dark Ifrit. Obviously they have high defense, so... I mean, maybe their low HP was, they thought about it with this final battle in mind. Because if they all had like 40,000 HP, this would seriously drag on. So it kind of balances them out, I guess. But you see, they're so slow, they're not really going to get many attacks. I guess it should be noted that if you get all of the hidden Aeons before you decide to come down and complete the game, so if you're the kind of guy that likes the side quest first, then you will have to defeat all of the hidden Aeons, so including the others that I'm going to get later on in the series. This is one of these things, the first time you do it, it's, you know, you do really get that kind of feeling that they're trying to put across, but I guess after you've done it a few times it just becomes tedious. Especially because you have to watch the long animations for all of them as well. Yep. Can't wait to fight the Dark Aeons. Like I said, I have not done the post-game in a really long time. It's actually strange to think about it, that I have completed the game a high number of times. But those are, you know, the completions are mixed between, you know, regular playthroughs like this and challenge playthroughs. So, you know, stuff where I haven't used the sphere grid, or I've had no sphere grid solo challenges and that kind of stuff. So, you know, doing the side quests with you know, max HP, max strength, all that kind of stuff, I have not done that in maybe 6 years, 7 years, something like that. So it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. The only problem with that whole thing is I remember that once your stats are maxed and you have the right armor, even the Dark Aeons become quite easy. So I might try and strike a kind of balance where they're still very challenging. So we'll see what happens once I get there, but I'm looking forward to it. There is still a lot to do for this game, it really is. Okay, Shiva is difficult to hit from what I can recall. Yep. So I guess this is where overdrives will speed things up a little bit. Yep, Oren's not going to be able to hit. You see that delay effect on Oren? Look at where his turn is now. Wow. Damn you. Now she's going to get fully healed as well. Might have to call Lulu, because Sheila's magic defense is not amazing. I guess I should at least have someone die so you can see what the auto life animation looks like. Damn your evasion. Hit Oren. Yes. Okay, so this is what happens. This animation is unique to this little section of the game. This is not what it normally looks like. There we go. Time to die, Shiva. Even though you are the prettiest of Aeons, I guess she's the only one that's really human at the moment. There is one other Aeon that we can get that's kind of human looking. Almost there. I guess it's funny that that Tidus is effectively an Aeon. So as I mentioned in part 74, where I did the whole explanation of the game, as we know, Dream's Anakin is effectively an Aeon that's been summoned by hundreds of thousands of survivors from the initial Machina War all those years ago. So Tidus is effectively an Aeon. So it would have been funny if Yevon tried to possess Tidus and we had to kind of kill Tidus. That would have been amazing. Okay, his evasion is not great, so... Oh, shit. So Tidus hit him and Wakka missed, come on. Oh boy, I think we're all going to die. It's not a problem, it's just that animations take long. Oh! The harmony is strong. The Dark Aeon version of this guy is pretty interesting as well. What is this creature? It's like, it's got wings, but it's like a seahorse at the same time. Obviously it's like an angel, but it's an interesting take on it. There you go. Yoji is the last one. And then Yevon has nowhere left to run. Come on, Yumi. So we paid all that money for this guy, and now we're going to take him down. Is it worth it? Probably not. This guy has good evasion as well. I'm just gonna let Lulu finish things off, because otherwise the Yu Pagoda is gonna heal him, so we do not want that. Good stuff. Okay, so the poor Aeons are all dead. What you gonna do now, you Yevon?
Everyone? This is the last time we fight together. Okay?
Huh?
What I'm trying to say is, after we beat you, Yevon, I'll disappear.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying goodbye.
Not now.
I know it's selfish, but this is my story.
Well, at least he admitted it was selfish. But I really do admire Tidus's determination here and resolve. At the end of the day, the guy is going to disappear. I mean, how would you feel about knowing that you're going to disappear? That must be a really weird feeling. But the kind of the strength with which he is handling all of that, I have to be impressed. So here he is, Yevon. He has 100,000 HP -1, and he possesses Aeons for fun, but he has no Aeons left to possess, so there he is, the weird floating magical beetle. So all that remains is to take this guy down. This guy is not really a boss battle. You can see those halos above the characters' heads, and this guy is pretty much susceptible to everything in the book. So it's just a matter of time before he dies, seriously. That's all it is. What he does do is he casts Curaga on himself after every single attack. So if you have a zombie strike, you can do a bit of that, and he's just going to damage himself. There you go. Obviously Power Wave will heal him as usual. Same effect. Well, he'll take damage from the first one, and then he'll heal. And after a certain amount of attacks, when he receives them, he will use an attack called Gravija, which will do 75% of everyone's max HP, including himself. So for some reason he also damages himself. So I guess the reason why he's so weak is because it's kind of trying to say to you, this is what this guy has become. After 1,000 years of just mindlessly helping to summon Dream, Zanarkand, and Sin, this is all that's left of Yevon. So if we can just attack him a few more times, we should be able to. I mean, Yevon practically kills himself. You can cast Reflect on him so that his Curagas will bounce off and hit you instead. But once again, the Pagodas will kind of work against you in that sense. So just be patient. You don't need any heroics to defeat this guy. Okay, it does 75% of your current HP, not max. My bad. But he continued to hurt himself, so it's pretty fun. That's it, son. Keep killing yourself. Actually, it's worth noting that Yunalesca is Yevon's daughter. I don't think I've mentioned that before, but she is. And that's why she was such a powerful summoner and was able to actually defeat her father. So then, I guess you can say Lord Xeon got possessed by his father-in-law, which is weird. Ah shit, I should have zombified him first. Obviously, once he's zombified, you can Phoenix down and that kind of stuff as well. So there's just so many options available to you. Okay, because he was zombified, that counted against him. So he's damaging his own MP right now. Fool. Okay, he's going to die now. Then afterwards, Tidus is going to disappear. Seriously, then it's just like pure feels. That's it. Yevon's dead. This is it, guys. We've done it. We've saved the world from sin forever. Even if it is at Titus's expense. He does have one of the coolest death sequences I've ever seen, though. Now I can sit back and relax until the ending. And I hope you've got a ticket, because it's going to be all aboard the Feels train right now. Get ready for one of the best endings you'll ever see in a video game.
Don't stop.
But
It's all right. It's been long enough. This is your world now.
Oh, Oren. I don't think it gets any better than that. I think I wouldn't mind those being my final words when I leave this planet.
Yuna, I have to go. I'm sorry I couldn't show you Xanarkand. Goodbye.
Hey!
We're gonna see you again!
Yuna!
Two of the greatest goodbyes in video gaming. Period.
Yuna, it's time.
Everyone has lost something precious. Everyone here has lost homes, dreams, and friends. Everybody? Now, Sin is finally dead. Now, Spira is ours again. Working together. Now we can make new homes for ourselves. And new dreams. Although I know the journey will be hard, we have lots of time. Together, we will rebuild Spira. The road is ahead of us, so let's start out today. Just one more thing. The people and the friends that we have lost. No dreams have faded. Never forget them.
So there we have it, folks. That is the end of Final Fantasy X. The end of this epic journey. And I'm more sad than I usually am, just because I don't know when I'm ever going to get to play this game again, or whether I'll ever have the time to really sit down and play this game like I have now. So it's more sad than it usually is for me, even though it has been countless times I've completed this game now. But I mean, that ending was just so beautiful in so many ways. You know, the fact that, you know, the Auron sending scene was just fantastic. That, you know, he was at the end of the day, you're talking about a guy whose, you know, will to fulfill a promise to a dying friend is what's kept him alive. You know, even beyond death, the last 10 years, you know, he's refused to go to the far plane. He's clung on to life just so that he can fulfill this promise. And, you know, he's completed his mission on this world, so now he's ready to, you know, depart and see his friend once again. His friends once again. And, you know, Tidus, the way he faced that whole disappearing thing is just it's really amazing. You know, the fact that he's giving up everything. You know, he's vanishing, I guess, into the far plane. Who knows? You know, he saw on the way down, he saw Braska, Jacked and Auron, so I guess he's going to the far plane. But, you know, to leave Yuna behind, it's really sad stuff, but he really handled it in a very kind of mature and determined way. But that whole ending, you know, on top of the airship with Yuna running through Tidus, it's just such powerful stuff. It really is. And I guess it's just that whole theme of sacrifice that's so, you know, prevalent in this game. Everyone has to give up something in order to achieve, you know, this ideal of a world without sin. And that's basically what being a hero is all about, just that concept of sacrificing and understanding that there's things more important than yourself in the world. So yeah, just a fantastic ending, and just it really does get me every time. It never gets old for me. So yeah, this is it. This is the story. You know, as I've said from the first second of this video. This has always been my favourite game ever since the first time I played it, and it's been an absolute pleasure. You know, I cannot state this enough. It's been an absolute pleasure to play this game for you guys, and the fact that so many people actually sat down and watched this playthrough and you know, interacted and, you know, basically went on this journey with me. I can't thank you guys enough. You know, I've never really sat down and watched anyone else play a video game on YouTube from start to finish, and the fact that so many people did this for me is just it's incredible, and it's been more kind of, it's made me more happy than any other playthrough that I've done. So I just want to thank you guys so much for coming on this journey with me. I guess all that can be said is that for those of you guys that are interested in the side quests, you know, the extra secrets that the game has to offer, the extra bosses, the extra stuff, then, you know, this is only part of the journey. We still have some more stuff to do together. But if you were just here for the story and you wanted to see the game from start to finish in terms of the story, then that's cool. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. But for you guys that want to stick around, then we still have a lot more to do, so hopefully you will enjoy what is to come next. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This whole game, you know, has been my love letter to Final Fantasy X, my 34-hour love letter to Final Fantasy X. I think throughout the playthrough I've pretty much said everything that I need to say about what I like about this game and what I don't. But all in all, it's just it's been a fantastic experience for me, and thank you all for joining me. Okay, so let's talk about post-game. What I will do, I will post some information in the description about what I'll be doing for the post-game, because there is a lot to be done, and it will probably take me, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours to do everything. So I have no idea when I will get the post-game finished, because obviously I have a lot of other things to do, and, you know, sitting down and recording all this content that, you know, and recording all this content that's not actually going to end up on my channel is a bit of a long process. So what I plan to do is to obviously just take out the bits that are important, so you won't obviously see any of the grinding and that kind of stuff. But hopefully I intend to have a nice, you know, completed playlist with all the side quests, and it should be fairly easy to follow. And although the order in which I'm doing things is not a particularly, you know, correct order, it's just how I want to do things. And hopefully by the end of it you guys should have all of the information you need in order to be able to take on all of the side quests. So in terms of time frame, I really can't make any promises. I'm going to get going with it as soon as I can, but I do intend to kind of spend a little bit less time on YouTube, and I'll be talking more about that in the 6-year anniversary video that I'll be making. So do watch that to find out what my plans are for the next few months with this channel. And while I'm doing the side questing, I plan to have a nice Q&A session, because we're going to have to do a lot of blitzballing to get Wakka's sigil that will enable us to power up his celestial weapon, and that's going to take many hours of blitzing. So what I plan to do is for the blitzing stuff to have a massive Q&A session where everyone can ask whatever they like, you know, whether it be questions about me, my channel, gaming in general, anything you like, Final Fantasy X related questions, you know, hints or tips and tricks that I might have missed out. So hopefully that should be a nice, you know, long video where you get to pretty much ask anything you want. So that's what I aim to do. But for now, that's all I have to say. If you watch until the end of the credits, there is a slight, you know, something that might be of a little bit of interest. But other than that, I am done. Thank you guys once again. You have been amazing, and hopefully you guys will join me for the post game when we'll be talking more about this fantastic game. I actually talked for the entire length of the credits. Bloody hell! It's quite short though. Okay, so other than the fact that Tidus looked really creepy there, he kind of, we have no idea if he was kind of reborn into the far plane. So is he, like, you know, in the next life now, or was he reborn in some kind of way back into Spira? And I guess to answer that question, you would have to play Final Fantasy X-2, and I guess I should probably talk a little bit about that before rounding off. A lot of people have asked me for Final Fantasy X-2, and I think I am planning on doing it, but it's going to be a very different kind of playthrough. And I haven't completely made up my mind, but if you do want me to do Final Fantasy X-2, please write in the comments, you know, what you're thinking. Because obviously, you know, even though I get, you know, a few thousand people watching this, only a very small number of people comment. So it's difficult for me to get an idea of how many people are genuinely interested in it. So even if you're a kind of silent follower of my series, do interact and do comment. And do let me know if you want me to play Final Fantasy X-2, because if enough people want it, then obviously, you know, I will do that for you guys, because after all, it is the next chapter in the world of Spira, and that was what drew me into playing the game in the first place. And even though I love it nowhere near as much as Final Fantasy X, it's a game worth playing nonetheless. It's entertaining in different ways. So I will play it if there is enough people that want me to do it. When I'll start, I have no idea. I would probably want to finish the side questing of Final Fantasy X first, so I don't have overlapping series, because that's always a difficult thing to do. So we'll see. But yeah, that's Final Fantasy X-2. So if you're interested in seeing me continue the story, then feel free to write in the comments and let me know that that's what you actually want. But like I've said before, I do warn you, I've only ever completed it twice. And I think I think the most I ever completed it with was like 64%. So it's not going to be the kind of playthrough where I actually, you know, find everything or do everything. It's going to be more for the story. I'm just going to go through it and finish the story just so you can see, you know, what happened next. Okay, so that is genuinely the final thing that I have to say. Thank you all, and I hope to see you again with more Final Fantasy X soon for the side questing. Take care everyone, thanks for watching.